Hey guys, this is Alan, and I'm gonna be going over the charts with you guys today. This will be the first voiceover I do over my analysis. All right. I heard many of you guys want to see this instead, and it's easier for you guys to understand what's going through my head. So the first thing I would do when I start the chart up, I make sure it's midnight New York, first of all, and I like to note out where it is on the charts. So that's what I begin to do, right? If I have a clean chart like this, I start to note it out where the midnight New York is, all right? So after I do this, right, you have your sections now, right? This is where true day begins and you can start seeing the moves, right? This is a Judas into expansion in New York, right? All right, same thing here, Judas expansion, right? And you can see price action forming here, right? So I also want to know where last Friday's high and low was, right? So right here is last Friday's low. Last Friday's high, my bad. So I just give myself a note that this was Friday's high, all right? And this was Friday's low right here, resting right here. Friday's low, all right? So I use the Friday's high and low as targets for market makers liquidity. Okay. So once you note out Friday's high and low, then you can see where price is kind of being drawn to, right? I saw this last night, or I guess like the previous night before. I saw that it was coming towards liquidity here, right? And I was like, I was trying to see if it was gonna run this or not. But I didn't want to take a single trade yet because New Day hasn't opened yet, right? It moved lower and then it came up higher, came down to this order block right here. I still didn't take this trade just because the lows down here were very attractive and I wanted to see this taken out. All right. I really want to see these lows taken out, but I didn't want to take a buy yet. Right. My bias was still for it to continue moving lower. And I just wanted to see what it would do. Okay. So as you see, price starts moving higher here, right? Comes back down, continues, breaks this false trend line or a phantom trend line, as many of you like to call it, right? Takes this out, right? You see how it stops right here and it just runs through it, takes it out. And once it takes it out, you're like, hey, absorb liquidity. Yes, it took out Friday's high as well, right? So when Friday's high is taken out here, this gives you a sign like, hey, this was Wednesday morning, right? Tuesday, Wednesday creates a high slash low of the week, right? And if my bias is for it to go lower, I'm looking for it to create the high of the week on Tuesday or Wednesday, right? As you can see, price, it takes it out here. Price is not going to come back up here. Okay, so let's drop down to 15 minutes and you can see price rallies higher, takes this out, right? And I'm looking for retracements coming back in this area to take my sell. Okay, and I want you to bring your eyes to this order block right here. Okay, these two candles, right? This is a bearish order block to me. Okay, I want to see price go through it, right? And I want to see it target. This is the first target here for GU, right? Is what I had. Second target, and then finally third target here. Okay, there's other targets from previous day's low, which is this one right here. But these are the first three targets I want to target quickly first. And as you can see, it destroys it, right? So last night around I guess like 5 a.m. my time, right? Which is like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. right here, right? Like 8 a.m. right here. So price moves up into this order block here. Yeah, right here, right? Price moves up into this order block right here. And that is where I take my first entry of sell. Okay, I take this entry right here. As soon as price moves up into it, I'm like, hey, I want to see reaction from this area, right? So if you just draw a fib from there, you can draw the fib from here. I kind of already knew it was like around OTE area, but you just draw the fib from here, right? It's right smack in OTE. You draw to this body of this candle here. It's right smack in OTE, right? And this is a no-brainer entry, right? It's all the price action and all the content. It's meshed together, right? there's a lot of confluence in this trade. So as you can see, OTE right here, just rest your stop above this, right? But for me, a more safer stop was up here, just because I knew it wasn't gonna come back up here, because there is a high chance that this was the high of the week, right? However, FOMC could continue to run this higher, right? But I put a kind of safe stop up there, right? Even though yes, this was OTE, but this was the trade. I didn't like. I was gonna manually close it if it went up here, just because if it did, I would think, hey, they want to run this one more time and it drop lower. But this was my stop, right? And I was targeting this level here, right? So it was a very, very small trade, just because I didn't know if it was going to run through this and then reverse quickly. But as you can see, it dropped very, very quickly, right? And if you look at the 4 hour, I want to bring your eyes to this. What do you guys see, right? There's a nice imbalance right here, or inefficiency, right? Along with this bullish order block, right? So price comes down, attacks it, draws on liquidity, fills this to the T. Look how perfect that is, right? And we'll see what happens then. If price moves on higher, right now it creates this big imbalance right here, a big inefficiency in price, reach down, absorb the liquidity, went to this order block here. However, it does not close in the mean of it. So we can see that, hey, they're using it for now, right? However, it is past our time, and I will not be taking another trade. But as you can see, price isn't random, right? They go to these targets they have set, right? Turtle soup here, or I want to say turtle soup, but yeah, absorbs liquidity, runs lower, right? Attacks the swing low here, takes this out. And if you look on the higher, oops, delete that one. Trying to delete the fib. All right, so we have that trade there from last night, or from this morning. You're gonna want to be technical with it. We have this bigger fib right here, right? Let's say this was the first move expansion, or this one right here, right? It's an OTE here, right? So the thing is, when you see this, right, you can just just have this fib up, like, yeah, this is OTE here, I'll be taking buys. But you have to have context to it, like, yo, it just took out buy side liquidity. It only took out this sell side liquidity and hasn't even reached for these yet, right? Like, maybe after it takes this, maybe it can go higher, right? But like I said, it took out buy side liquidity already. Why are you looking to keep buying into it? It's selling off now. Like, do you think this move is done? Like, I personally don't think so. I personally think keep running through it, right? Probably going down to like 317 area, right? Maybe run through this, and we'll see what happens then. But just for now, this is the Friday low, right? I want you to remember that. Like, this is the level that it could definitely reach to, and I could definitely see it coming down into before even going higher. All right, so this is a good way for you guys to like frame your setup, frame your foundation, right? It's like, hey, dude, where did it take out? Where did it take out already? It took out last Friday, Monday, Tuesday's highs, took out all these highs, and then now it dropped lower, sinks lower, right? It might give you a little juice to go higher and then just continue dropping. You can do that, right? I wouldn't be surprised if it retraced maybe to the mean of this right there. Like, if it retraced it to around here and then drop lower, I wouldn't be surprised for that. It just absorbs some liquidity, gives you some false hope that's gonna keep running higher, and it just tank, right? So be careful when you guys trade this tonight or tomorrow night. But yeah, this is just my analysis on my GU trade I broke down for you guys, right? Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys on the next one.